Hi, what's up, guys? Today we'll talk about how to invest money, getting started with investing. Today we'll talk on 5 steps. First steps, your style. How much time do you want to put into investing with your money? Second steps, your budget. How much money do you have to invest? 30 steps, your risk tolerance. How much financial risk are you willing to take? And what should you invest your money in? Okay, let's start. First of all, congratulations. Investing your money is the most reliable way to build wealth over time. If you're a first time investor, we're here to help you get started. It's time to make your money work for you. Before you put your hard-earned cash into an investment vehicles, you need a basic understanding of how to invest your money in the right way. However, there is no one-size-fits-all answer here. The best way to invest your money is whichever way works best for you. To figure that out, you will want to consider your investment styles, your budget, and your risk tolerance. First steps, your style. How much time do you want to put into investing your money? The investing world has two major camps when it comes to the ways to invest money: active investing and passive investing. We believe both styles have merit as long as you focus on the long terms and average just looking for short-term gains. But your lifestyle, budget, risk tolerance, and interest might give you a preference for one types. Active investing means taking time to research investments yourself and construction and maintaining your portfolio on your own. If you plan to buy and sell individual stocks through an online broker, you are planning to be an active investor to successfully and be an active investor. You will need three things. Time. Active investing requires lots of homework. You'll need to research investments operation, use some basic analysis, and keep up with your investment after you buy them. Knowledge all the time in the world won't help if you don't know how to analyze investment and properly research stocks. You should at least be familiar with some of the basic of how to analyze stocks before you invest in them. Desire. Many people simply don't want to spend hours on their investments, and since passive investments have historically produces strong returns, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this approach. Actually, investing essentially has the potential for separate returns, but you have to want to spend the time to get it right. On the other hand, passive investing is the equivalent of putting an airplane on autopilot versus flying in naturally. You will still get good result over the long run, and the effort required is fast less. In a nonsense, passive investing includes putting your money to work in investment vehicles where someone else is doing the hard work. Mutual fund investing is an example of this strategy, or you could use a hybrid approach. For example, you could hire a financial or investment advisor or use a robot advisor to construct an employment and investment strategy on your behalf. Second steps, your budget. How much money do you have to invest? You may think you need to a large sum of money to start a portfolio, but you can begin investing with $100. We also have great ideas for investing $1,000, and the most of money you're starting with isn't the most important thing. That making sure you're financially ready to invest and that you will investing money frequently over time. One important step to take before investing is to establishment an emergency fund. This is cash set aside in a form that makes it available for quick withdrawal. All investments, whether stocks, mutual funds, non-real estate, have some level of risk, and you never want to find yourself forced to divorce or sell this investment at a time of need. The emergency funds is your safety net to avoid this. Most financial planners suggest an ideal amount for an emergency fund is enough to cover 6 months worth of expenses. While this is essentially a good target, you don't need this much to set aside before you can invest. The point is that you just want to have sell your investments every time you get a flat tire or have some other unforeseen experience pop up. Related, how to invest $10,000. It's also a smart idea to get rid of any high interest debt before starting to invest. Since of this ways, the stock market has historically produced returns of 9 for 10% annually over long periods. If you invest of money with these types of returns and simultaneously pay 16 or 18% or higher APS to your credits, you're putting yourself in a position to lose money over the long run. Your risk tolerance. How much financial risk are you willing to take? Not all investments are successful. Each type of investment has its own level of risk, but this risk is often correlated with returns. It's important to find a balance between maximizing the returns on your money and finding a risk level you are comfortable with. For example, bonds offer predictable returns with very low risk, but they also yield rentability, low returns of around 10 or 3% by contract. Stock returns can vary wildly depending on the company and time frame, but the whole stocks market on average returns almost 10% per year. Even within the broad categories of stocks and bonds, there can be huge differences in risk. For example, a treasury bond or AAA rated corporation bond is very low risk investment, but this will likely have relatively low interest rates. Saving accounts represent an even lower risk but often a lower reward. On the other hand, a high yield bond can produce a greater income but will come with a greater risk of default. In the world of stocks, the difference in risk between blue chip stocks like Apple and penny stocks is enormous. One good solution for beginners is using a robo-advisor to formulate an investment plan that meets your risk tolerance and financial goals in a nestless. A robo-advisor is a service offered by a brokerage that will contrast and maintain a portfolio of stocks and bond-based index funds designed to maximize your return potential while keeping your risk level appropriate for your needs. For example, if you have a relatively high risk tolerance as well as the time and desire to research individual stocks and to learn how to go into do, that could be the best way to go. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.